And to get off it, I would just sit forward. I would just step forward and sit down. If that's tied down,
Do
right?
what?
Once you get tired, just put your foot in front and sit down. That's it.
Okay.
All right. If that's tied down, if your foot plate's tied down.
It is, yeah.
Keep yourself from leaning. Don't lean forward. Use your arms to hold. Yeah. Stay upright. There we go. Like that. Really use those legs. Good. Good. Really enjoy that bottom.
Do what?
Enjoy the bottom. Good, good. Come on. Squeeze. Get these, get these, get these. Sit upright. Let yourself fall backwards a little bit. Okay, now put your foot on the floor in front of you and you sit down. If your foot plates, yep, you sit down. There you go. That's it. That's how you want to get down. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Rest up and then do another.
Okay.
Yeah, I told you that chair was useful for something.
Do what?
That chair was useful for something. That machine.
Yeah. Yeah. Finally.
Finally, it's useful for something. It weighs so much it could actually be useful for that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm
Your
so
legs have to,
sorry.
your legs have to feel good. That.
Yeah, I feel that one.
Yeah, because you're getting full failure there.
I really hurt anyway.
Yeah.
I've been out mowing and weed eating and picking up a whole lot of limbs the wind blew down.
Mm-hmm.
Bending over and standing up. I believe summer has finally hit here. The rain seems to have stopped and it's just hot as hell. I guess getting more like it should be this time of year.
So summer has finally hit there, huh?
Yep. Yep. That's what happened. Everybody started complaining about the rain. I said, don't do that. Be grateful for the rain when we can get it.
All right. Keep yourself upright. Let your knees go forward first. Sit down deep like that. Nice and deep. Yeah.
Should I do a set without anything?
Well, you gotta drop the thing and just continue. You want to do that while you're there.
I'm not sure I could get out from under it that quick. I guess I could.
Well, what you do is you hold on to the seat.
Yeah.
You hold on to the thing and just remove one band on one side, and then you should be able to do it.
Okay. But right now, probably wouldn't help much. Would it? Just without.
How that feel?
Painful. Feels like it's hitting where it's supposed to for sure. Made a deal this morning. I worked on a guy's wife's teeth.
Uh-huh.
Instead of money, he's gonna bring me some venison to pay for
Some
it.
venison.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Everybody could use some venison.
Yeah. He asked me if I like to hunt, and I don't. He said next fall he'll go hunting because me and another person he knows wants venison, so he'll go get us some. I like it for sure.
Good, good. Come on. Really squeeze it out.
Well, I should have had a camera handy the other day.
Yeah.
I helped uh, I helped my neighbor pull a big limb out of his tree, and it came in a hurry. He said he looked around to see where I was, and he couldn't find me. I was under all the leaves. I went
You were
down
under all the
hard.
leaves. Reminds me of some guys that cut down a tree here once, and one of them was under the tree when it fell. And I'm like, that doesn't look good.
No,
Somehow he fell in a ditch, and the tree fell on him, and he was inside the ditch, so it was all good. But I'm like, boy, those guys don't look like they're really smart.
uh,
And the thing is that you could see it coming from a mile away. Like one of these, damn, that doesn't look like the best thing to be doing, the way to do it.
yep, no, no,
It reminds me once of watching my daughter's just like me, and of watching her one time cook pancakes. One of the first times, and she was holding the metal spatula. It was a metal spatula, and she's there, and I'm looking at it from far away, and I knew what was coming because it would be something I would have done. I knew what she was gonna do was I knew the metal spatula was hot, and somehow I knew the obvious thing to do next is to stick it in your face. I just knew. And exactly, she stuck it in her face. Somehow, that is hot. And she stuck it in her face, and of course, it left the little indentations in her face for like a month and a half. Like, man, I tell you, what do you think was gonna happen? And then again, I saw it. Somehow, I knew. I said, man, that's what she's gonna do with it.
got to learn somehow.
Somehow, that if you stick something hot in your face, it hurts.
When I was growing up, almost at one time or another, almost every kid I knew, including me, had one of those push-in cigarette lighters in the car.
Oh, everyone's done that one.
Yeah, I have to just see, is that really hot? Or is it,
Put it on your thumb or your hand and say, hey, is this really hot? Why? Everybody has to have tried that.
yep.
It's how brilliant we are. Yeah. Well, but you know what? I beat you because I was 4 years old and I was in Cuba, and my grandparents from here took over there band-aids. And I was fascinated by band-aids. It was like, to me, it was like, wow, look at this tech. I don't know why. Technology, you cut yourself and you could put a cut. So I said, I'm looking at I remember at my I guess my uncle that lived next door, and he was actually, if I remember properly, he was skinning a rabbit, right? And I
Yeah.
was behind him by some yucca plant, and I had a machete in my hand. And when he's turned around, I'm hitting the yucca, and then I put my finger right in the way, and I smashed my finger off, literally almost cut it off with a machete. They found me later by just following blood around, and I was under like a 55. I was under a drum hiding. And when they found me, I showed them that the band-aid, all I said was, hey, look, it works. I was so happy I had my band-aid on my finger. I was excited after nearly cutting my whole finger off. I mean, it literally cut it to the bone. Still have a line down my finger. So I can't blame her. I mean, she's just as stupid as I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm.
It's your fault. It's your stupid genes.
Yeah, it is my. It wasn't your mom's stupid genes. It was my stupid genes.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing any of us made it through.
Yeah, it's amazing that we somehow survived.
My problem was I got in a fight in Dallas one night, and the guy had a machete. He pulled it out from under his Jeep seat, and he was going to kill me. So I got out, and he shoved it. He put the tip of it in my stomach,
Uh-huh.
and I could see from the looks of his eyes he was serious. So I grabbed it and pulled it to the side just as he shoved it.
Ooh.
I still don't have any feeling in the tips of those two fingers where he cut it.
Ooh. Yeah, Dad. You're lucky you're around.
Yeah. reasons I'm like a gambler.
You're still wondering, what am I doing here?
Yep.
We're lucky we didn't grow up together. We would have gotten killed. We would have gotten killed early.
Yep.
Look at these two clowns. Always coming up with something crazy. My poor mom just had to deal with every day arriving from work and getting some kind of thing from some kind of the manager of the buildings or the whatever. There was always one time she's at work and she hears on the radio there are 3 blocks of where we lived in Hialeah closed off by the police. She gets up, she walks to the thing, and she goes, "I have to leave because my kids did something." And she was right. She was right. And there were 3 blocks blocked off because of us. She didn't have to hear much. She just said, "Oh, there's 3 blocks blocked off, and that, yeah, my kids did something," and that was us.
Yep. My mother was a registered nurse, and my folks were always getting calls that I was in the emergency room because of I got cut my foot off one time in a barbed wire fence, stabbed,
Oh, it's something.
blood poisoning from going through a rusty barbed wire fence on the way out to the.
I don't think it wasn't a school that we didn't. The last school that we went to, I remember one time we showed up at school, and they go, "Wait, who are you guys?" I said, "Yeah, we got to register because we're the Lorenzo brothers." I said, "No, you're the Lorenzo brothers." No. The lady that's gonna take care of you guys is on vacation. You guys come back in a week and a half when she comes back because we don't want to see you here for now. Oh, okay. It's just I don't understand. We weren't that bad, but apparently they thought we were.
Yep.
Yeah, but that was just creative. We spent like a whole month. The thing is that we were living in an efficiency in that one on the side of a house,
Yeah.
right? And then there was an old lady that lived there that was off the wire. So me and my brother spent like a month and a half preparing her. At the time there was still tape. Remember tape radios that you could break tape? So we would record newscasts. We would record fake newscasts and playing for the lady, saying that there was like this serial murderer and escaped. And we drove her crazy. She was like, ah, and she started telling her friends that there was this escapee going around. So then after like a month, I get dressed in this mask that looked really realistic. And at the time, they used to sell these water guns that they stopped selling that they made illegal because the cops were shooting kids that had these guns that looked just like real guns that were water guns, right? So I got dressed like that guy, and then I pretend I'm assaulting my brother and her and jumping her. But the older ladies next door sees the guy dressed up as whatever. After like half an hour, we're sitting inside the thing, and we start looking out the window, and we start seeing like SWAT jumping fences. There was a whole neighborhood was quiet enough. Eventually, they do knock on our door, and like the cop there, he's looking at both of us, going, "Are you two the assholes dressed in white?" We're like, and then funny, the lady's brother was like looking at the guy, and the guy only speaks English, and he's telling her in Spanish or to the guys, "No, it's not their fault. It's my sister's an idiot." It's like that guy loved this. This is not them. It's my sister's a moron.
There you go.
Luckily, I don't know how we got off there. You know that if you would have been outside and we would have seen you, we would have shot your ass.
Oh man.
We had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We have been skipping for like a week, and then the lights go out in the neighborhood. And I'm like, uh-oh, the lights went out. Our mom is gonna get sent home. So we ride home from the park. We have been spending like a week eating crap at a park. And then we see our mom outside, and she's like standing there, like waiting. And I'm like, And she goes, "Where are you guys coming from?" We go, "The school, the power is out, and they let us go home. And she goes, really? That's funny. I went to school to pick you guys up. They said they haven't seen you in a week. We're like, okay, well, I guess it's time to go. We disappear from there. Man, I tell you, my poor mom
Yep.
was better off not having kids.